What is up, guys? Your boy Mike back here again for Mike's Money Move, guys. This is just a quick little video, guys, showing you guys just a little video of me. I'm actually in the process of looking to buy this NFT. I'm gonna flip my screen and show you guys. Right, this is the NFT that I'm trying to buy. So I've been watching this on auction for the last probably 20-30 minutes, to be honest with you guys. Sorry about the background. I'm just gonna pause that one. I'm just watching Gary V at the moment. Get a little inspiration out there. Just trying to do my thing, but. Having a look at this, guys, Chibi Dino is something that I'm wanting to try and get. This is something that sort of caught my eye today. I've been doing some research on it this morning until this afternoon about it. Got a lot of traction, looking really, really good. These are the Chibi Dinos. As you guys can see, 10,000 minted, 3,600 owners, floor price 0.1 and volume traded 1.1. So look, the reason why I'm actually doing this is that obviously the NFT stage is going to be something really, really big that I think personally is going to happen. Who knows how well it is going to be. It's a very illiquid market, so we don't know what's going on unless you do some research. Some of them might find some traction, some of them may not. So obviously don't take this advice and start buying this just because I'm obviously testing the waters just like everybody else in this market. So if you don't know about NFTs, do go back and watch my other videos. This isn't my first NFT. My very first one was actually Gary V's V-Friend one, so it makes sense me watching him at the moment because I am a big believer in Gary V and what he looks for in his people. So the next NFT I actually received was this one here. This is actually from Tory Lanez. That is an ENFT, which is a music NFT made by Tory Lanez. 1 million copies, and I actually copped 2 of them. You can watch that in another video that I have as well. I'll put that in the description as well. But none of that talk. You're trying to auction off and trying to get off one of these bad boys at the moment. Chibi Dino is something new. It's basically a combination of obviously dinosaurs. And as you guys can see here with this one, there's obviously a basketball jersey here as well. This is made obviously from someone who's very well known in the community and the space. It is verified, so it is a legitimate token. It isn't just someone who's made it. But this is the cheapest one at the time of this recording. So there was a little bit cheaper at the time. They were going for about 0.06 was what the bid was sitting at for a while. As you guys can see down here, 0.375, 0.6. 0.0662. This is one that was sitting here the longest until the last, I'd say it probably just changed maybe about 2 minutes ago after watching this as well. So looks like we've got another bidder. I've been looking at this and hoping that people weren't going to be bidding on this, but as it is ending soon, people have obviously gone through and obviously changed the filter, as you guys can see here. If you go on to OpenSea, it is the marketplace for NFT programs. Obviously someone's gone through and obviously changed it. You can obviously choose between recently created, sold, low, high sale, all that kind of good stuff there. This is the cheapest one that's out there on the market at the moment, guys. If I change this to ending soon, as you guys can see, the one that's ending in about 4 minutes, as you guys can see, is 0.178, and this one is actually the cheapest. I was looking at this morning, and this was actually sitting at about 0.032 for a couple of them, but unfortunately I missed out on a couple of them, which I am absolutely spewing about. So let me see if I can find it and see if it pops up here as well. Recently sold, as you guys can see, recently sold. Look at here, we got 0.05. This is the one that I actually wanted to get. This is one of the ones that I was choosing between, but unfortunately this one had already been sold. I did make an offer with this one as well. So as you guys can see here at the bottom, 0.05 is what I've offered, 171 USD, and expires in 7 days. So let's hope this person is interested in my offer. But having a look at this at the moment, this person here initially bought this for 0.09. So the odds of him actually selling it for less is going to be very, very unlikely. So it's worth a shot. It is there. So obviously it does stay as an offer for 7 days, but we'll see how this one goes. But I'm looking at this one, guys. I'm going to give you guys an idea. Once this does sort of end, I'll give you guys a heads up when it does, if I do buy it and if I get it or not. But fingers crossed for me, guys. This does hopefully hold and I get a sneaky bid at the very, very end. I'm very familiar with obviously buying things on auction as well. eBay has been a massive thing. That's obviously something I've used in the long run, and I know how people can get people. There's probably another couple of people watching this. There's actually 6 favorites right now with 200 views. So I have a feeling there's going to be a couple sneaky people at the end as well. Not just me trying to get this one as an auction. If I do get this one, I will explain it to you guys, the reason why I will be getting it. But look, I'm gonna stop it at that. Fingers crossed, about 5 minutes to go. Let's see if I get this one. But I'll let you guys know now. Alright guys, so quick little learning for me and for you guys as well. So it's good that I actually did this because I'm actually learning something else while I did this. So putting a bid out on this little bad boy not long ago. So it literally had a minute left to go. It says here and my bid was 0.0882. Other one was 0.084 at 288 USD. So before I actually made this bid, it actually came up. It was about a minute left to go. It actually showed a minute left to go, and now there's 10 minutes added on. Before actually making this bid, it actually told me that if you are bidding on something and it is under 10 minutes, it actually means that you actually increase the time limit by another 10 minutes. So what that actually does is that creates an even more market for somebody else to jump in on this. It means that you're keeping it on the market for a lot longer, which means there's gonna be more eyes on this as well. So it's a bit of a tough one at the moment, so I pretty much shot myself in the foot. Hopefully, let's see how we go. We've got another 8 minutes left to go with this one. So I just increased this. If someone else bids on it, it's another 10 minutes on top of that. So let's hope no more bids for another 10 minutes. I'm hoping that this guy who bid before me has forgotten about it or is bidding on multiple. You know what? We're gonna have a look at it together, just what I'm seeing. So let's have a look at this, guys. We have this last bidder right here. Let's go into this one. This is their profile. So if you guys are looking at NFTs and looking for accounts, people do bid on things all the time. This is what this person owns. So this guy actually owns a couple of dinos already as it is, which is pretty crazy. And he's got some pretty crazy ones as well, just like this one here. This one's going for a floor price of 3.5 is the offer that he's put up there, so which is a mental amount. So what you guys can actually do is you can go onto their side, offers. Then what you guys can actually do, go to offers made. And you can actually see when they made an offer and when, you know, the last time they did it. And by looking at it, this guy has actually made an offer on this one before 19 minutes ago and also 16 minutes ago, which were the last two bids that were actually on this at the moment. So let's go back to the initial one. So it looks like he's not bidding on anything except this one that we are bidding on together. So we're gonna see how this go, guys. Again, another bid. Hopefully it does work out for me on this. But man, fuck. I didn't think that it was going to increase it. So the more you know, the more you play with it as well. So I'm really hoping I'm going to get this one. I'm only obviously making these videos just to show you guys the process of what I'm going through and actually purchasing this. It's about 12 midnight. So fingers crossed this obviously pulls through for me. But I have a sneaky feeling that this guy is going to be coming back with another bid as well. So fingers crossed it doesn't. So I'll see you guys on the next one if it does. Alright guys, so I think the listing has finally ended. And I think I've got it, I believe. So I'm going to switch around and show it to you guys. As you guys can see, the highest bid has ended. It's been another 10 minutes. I've finished it off now. I've been sitting here and waiting for it. It looks like there was no other bids to be made. Looks like mine was the final bid that was on there. As you guys can see, nothing else has changed at the bottom of this screen. So I am hoping that that is it for this one. Let me refresh my page real quick to see if there's any changes. So far I'm the highest bid. Nothing else has changed. So far so good. I don't know what really happens here because it's the first time I've actually bidded on something. So I'm going to assume that it is mine. So I'll find out what happens obviously next. But yeah guys, a little update. The reason again why I was pretty much wanting to purchase this dino, this Chibi Dino, is basically there is a lot of traction on this Chibi Dino. It's still very new, but there is still a lot of traction as well, guys. As you guys would have saw before, there was quite a bit of traction, and the main reason why is because it is a basketball NFT. It has to do with a couple of basketballers, and I'm actually going to show you guys a couple of people who have actually invested in this. I made a post and I made a couple tweets about it. So I think personally I came in pretty early. So I've got people like Sharif O'Neal. If that name sounds familiar, it should, because that is Shaquille O'Neal's son, famous basketball player. You've also got people even with what the fuck is his name? You got Perkins as well, also a basketball player as well, who has put it in as well. Also as well, FaZe Bizzle has also purchased one of these NFTs as well, and he was giving out a little shout out and a little bump to obviously the community there as well. If you guys have heard of the name FaZe, they are a e-gamer community and an e-gamer clan. Basically, it is a well-known brand when it comes to gaming, they're known as, you know, top guys who do play games, so the FaZe community is quite big. So if they obviously are promoting it as well, obviously one, they've obviously been approached by these people, which is a very, very smart thing on my side of things, where I think where they are actually approaching these people who are big on the online space, who are trying to get the gamers into the community, because the type of community that is actually going to be joining and obviously looking through this is people who use the internet often, and gamers are a huge factor when it comes to obviously the internet world basically. So if gamers are going to be getting into this, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get streamers, you're going to get obviously avatars going to be changed. People on Twitter are going to be changing this for a little while as well, which basically means there's going to be some traction coming to all of these NFTs. Same with these basketball people as well. These guys are verified on Twitter, which means they have a name, they have a community behind them, and I feel that these guys are going to be obviously boosting up this as well, and I feel like there's going to be a bit of community going to be increased with this as well. If you guys know about NBA as well, NBA has created their own NFTs. It's basically called NBA Top Shots, as you guys can see here, which is basically a little GIF or GIF if you like, where they make little videos and they put it onto their own platform on the NBA Top Shot website, where people can purchase little snippets that they can own, which they can resell for later on. If you guys haven't seen that before, basically there is this GIF here, or this little video, which I'll show you, of LeBron James basically dunking. This thing is worth roughly about $200,000 US. So hopefully that gives you guys sort of an idea with the NFT space and how it's sort of working. Still no updates of what's going to be happening next, but I'm going to assume that this is pretty much mine. So fingers crossed that everything is all sweet and sorted from there. But that was a short little video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. That is my third NFT. So a little bit more traction, a little bit more waves. It did cost me 0.882 ETH or WE, but we'll see how we go. I'm sure there's a couple of other transaction fees, a couple of gas fees to get this one minted to myself, but if it is mine, I will put up a photo at the end of this video as well, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So guys, we are back in this video. You thought it was going to be finished, but it's not. So let me just make a quick little update, guys, on the last obviously video you just would have seen. This was 3 days ago. I was looking to obviously get that one freaking Chibi Dino, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So I did a little bit more reading and I pretty much went through the website on OpenSea. If you guys didn't know, if you guys are going to an auction, but it is under 1 ETH, it is up to the owner to accept the bid regardless of if you won the auction or not. So I pretty much wasted my time in doing that. I didn't hear anything from that. I waited a couple of days for this owner, but they haven't really replied. So the people who usually buy all of these NFTs, they're pretty much not very active on here unless they're willing to obviously look at flipping and actively looking. So that pretty much sat there for a little while. So unfortunately it went down, but on the plus side for me, I actually went through and actually had a look as well, guys. I'm going to pop into my computer and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, so you guys are on the same page as me, alright? So we're going to hop in right now. Alright guys, now we are in my computer. I'm actually going to show you guys exactly what is sort of going on. So this is the Chibi Dinos, basically the Twitter page that they have. And I'll explain to you guys a little bit why I sort of look at investing with these guys. So if you guys haven't heard of Chibi Dinos, basically they are a NFT just like any other one. You might be wondering why they're so different. This is obviously made through, obviously about dinosaurs and about jerseys. So the reason why I'm looking at this and actually backing this at the moment for myself personally, but obviously because one, the creator is actually the creator of Jersey Champs. If you guys don't know about Jersey Champs, they make custom retro jerseys in America. 24-year-old entrepreneur, so he's obviously backing this on this space. Obviously, secondly, I do like basketball and I do enjoy the space of obviously anything basketball related and content, and that's obviously what he's done. He's obviously into jerseys, put it together with dinosaurs, so that's sort of the reason why. As you guys can see here, there are 10 teams that obviously they're created, so you can join a different league. In regards to it, roadmap, just like every other NFT, they go through all these little roadmaps to show you guys what their sort of stages and where they sort of want to be, which is pretty cool. So these are what they pretty much look like. They come with their own little avatars and backgrounds, nothing too crazy, but the main reason why I'm going to show you guys here is basically have a look at the traction on this one, guys. They have 16,000 followers and only 7 posts, so there is a lot of tractions about these. They've been around for a little while, but obviously they've got quite a big cult community following, which is really, really good. But let me just show you this quickly, guys. On OpenSea itself, if you have a look, 10,000 items were minted, 3,700 owners, which makes roughly about 3 per owner at a floor price of 0.06. Now, let me get this straight for you guys so you guys actually know what is sort of going on. When I initially had a look at this 4 days ago, 4 days ago is when I looked at getting an auction of one of these. The floor price was actually 0.1. So in the last 3 days, something has happened in between. I'm not too sure, to be very honest with you guys, but it's good to have this, obviously, a little vision to show you guys as well. I'm gonna put up the screenshot right here to show you guys exactly what is going on. It dropped from 0.1 to 0.06. So I'm obviously skeptical on obviously what is sort of going on, but in the NFT space, I've done a lot of research. It is very, very common for it to go down at a trending spiral, just like any other project. It does happen. Now it's all a matter of how long it's gonna take to obviously pick this one back up. And I'll show you guys another reason exactly why I'm obviously going to invest in these guys. So again, I just purchased my first one. I'll show you guys right here. Here is the process of me purchasing my first one, and I have picked up this little bad boy, and it's Chibi Dino number 1114. So 1114. I bought this one for 0.055, which works out to be about 216 US dollars. Not a bad price, to be honest with you guys, considering I was about to pay for one 3 days ago, which was 0.088. So again, I guess that's a sort of a win for me, but obviously skepticism, obviously what's going on and finding out what's sort of the reason why it sort of dropped in price. Also, another good little note as well of this jersey, guys. It is in a team called Extinct Eaters, and it's number 69. So bit of an adult joke there, you know. So might gain some traction if I decide to flip this one later on. But again, let's go through the main reason why I picked up these NFTs and why I think they might be worth something as well. And this was the main reason why, if you saw in the previous little video in the beginning. Chibi Dinos, huge following on Twitter, 63,000 people, and I'll show you guys exactly the reason why. Just like right here, as you guys can see, the very first post 5 hours ago, Kendrick Nunn is your official team captain for your honest herbivores. Comment on your herbivore chibis below. Welcome to the family. Kendrick Nunn. So if you guys don't know who Kendrick Nunn is, he is a basketball player in the Miami Heat. Is he still in the Miami Heat? Did he get traded? He is a Laker by the look of it now. So there you go, guys. So he is an actual NBA basketball player. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to jump on this project, because they were NBA players and pretty much well-known basketball players as well. You guys would have saw in here as well. So if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see there are a couple of famous people who are actually on this. To give you guys sort of an idea of what's going on, let me see. Let me go back here. Let me see if I can find it. But basically, there were a couple of people who were tweeting about it, which was pretty cool. And there's a few collabs that I have just seen today as well. So Sacred Devils NFT was one that I have sort of been looking at and reaching out to. So they've done a collab for a giveaway. So it's good seeing obviously two NFT communities combining together to do giveaways. It means there's obviously going to be a massive community, which is what you want in an NFT if you decide to go down that route, because later on in the future, one, obviously making a lot of people see them. Two, obviously a bigger community, which means more exposure, which is obviously going to mean more money that your NFT is going to be worth at some stage. So they had a couple of different NFTs obviously going out and being sold. A couple of them sold recently, 0.15. 2 days ago, 0.5, which is, you know, quite a large sum, which was about 2 days ago as well. And obviously a couple of people joining the community, as you guys can see. Again, another obviously collab here. Board Mummies is another one as well. If you guys have seen the Board Mummy NFT, they've got the baby ones as well coming out. But there were a couple of obviously people who were obviously posting about these to show, you know, their support in this community. And I feel like it's going to be something just like Gary V's one as well. If you guys know about Gary V, he's got V Friends, which basically it is a token NFT, which means you can use it for his conference that's coming up in the future. So it's not just a JPEG photo, it is actually something that you can use to utilize in the real world as well. So I have a feeling that Chibi Dinos is also going to be a collab within the NBA, possible basketball world, where you can use it to either get gifts, get giveaways, get tickets to certain NBA you know, games or courtside, you know, who knows. But there are other people on this as well, which is pretty crazy as well. You got FaZe Bizzle has also joined in on this. Then you've got another person here, Marfush Simka, whatever this guy's name is. He's look at that, director of animated film starring Ariana Grande, Jeanette, and other people who you've seen on Nickelodeon. So there are some people joining on this as well, guys. So this is something huge. So that's pretty much one of the reasons why I'm going to be joining this. Going to be keeping this for a little while. We'll see how we go with this, and hopefully we get some traction. But that is my purchase, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want more content on NFTs, I will be making a lot more regardless of if you watch this or not. But obviously, if you do want to support, obviously, the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. Because I'm doing a lot of research, to be very honest with you guys. I've probably spent the last 5 hours doing research about which NFTs are going to pop off, which ones are worth a bit of money, what's going on, what kind of tractions are happening at the moment. So hopefully you guys can join me on that journey as well. You know, if it does get a bit early, it might be in luck as well. So hope you guys watch in the future, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.